Good morning, America. Well, the first thing I want to do is to apologize to all of you. I was supposed to do that YouTube video last night at 7 o'clock, but I realized that if I'll divulge all the secret about Draco and UFOs and things of this nature, that would not help my upcoming show that I have to do with Tom Dionyzer, the Spiritual Awakening series, which is taking place on September 25th at the Unity Church, Victory Boulevard, Burbank, California. So I think I'm going to keep those very important secrets about Draco and personal readings to those who will attend this event. So, you know, you have the telephone number, you have the address, you have everything. So as always, make sure to click on the provided link so you can join us on the 25th. All right, this being said, currently we are under a unique, shocking, surprising electricity, earthquakes, shocking news type of window. So I collected, like I always do, the current news. And first I'm going to read, of course, the keyword. Now it's important for all of you, especially for those who jump in, to realize that I do practice Nostradamus' 16th century divine astrology methodology. In other words, I'm the only living astrophile that use quatrains and keywords. Now, this window is all about airplane, aeronautic, shocking news, explosion, and of course, yesterday, 9/11, the memory to the anniversary and the memory to all of those people who have lost their lives. So this has been one of my top predictions over the years. I predict that well, a year and a half ahead of time, and you can click on the banner and you can read what was printed, published, and dated, which make these predictions totally unarguable. All right, now remember also, I gave a bunch of dates related to all the devastative news that we have the last 2 or 3 months. Those dates were August 29, September 2nd, September the 10th, September 17th, and September 23rd. Those dates were given on many of my radio shows. To those who are curious enough and have enough time, just click on the link, listen to the shows, listen to my warning, make notes of the dates, and realize that my UFO cosmic legacy is very real and should be shared. So the quatrain goes this way: entrail, upset, speeds above. So we are talking about, obviously, volcano. Red, fire, wind, water, to dance. Now we're talking about tornado. I cannot keep an eye on all the news, but I am convinced we're going to have, if we did not already have had a tornado, if you heard of it. So I didn't bother to make notes of those tornadoes, but if you did, well, again, my quatrain has proven me right. Stars, command, shock, science. This is special. It's a special phrase that I use to all the scientists that are coming back and trying to find out, learning from me, how I can make such an accurate prediction when it comes to large earthquakes. So they are wondering, scratching their very big educated head, how I do it. It's easy. Anybody can do it. It's a matter of education. The last phrase is calm deception to strike. In other words, anything can happen anytime, anywhere during those cosmic winds. And of course, you have all the keywords: Japan, Asia, France, Italy, cosmic, space news, NASA, lightning, airport, aeronautic, technology, internet, electricity, name it. So I did collect some of those news, and I'm going to explain them to you how I see them Remember, those are cosmic winds that are being used, manipulated by the reptilians that create those news. Again, Storm Area 51 creator fears a humanitarian disaster pulls out of on music festival. I mean, how more direct this phrase can be, knowing that humanitarianism is a word that I used, and of course, we're talking about UFOs. So basically, what happened, you probably got a call from the government or the FBI. It says, hey, if something happens, it's going to be on your butt. So you might be, you may want to pull this out. So that's basically what it is. And it's a good thing because, again, you can go there. It's a fact that they do have ships that fell down 1947, New Mexico, in Roswell. That's a fact. They're trying to find out what the hell's going on with those spaceship and whomever inhabitants and extraterrestrial were in there. But they don't know more than you do. As I said many times, extraterrestrials are not looking for the president, are not looking for people who have higher education, people who have money, people who have a higher accomplishment. No, absolutely not. They are looking for people that have what they don't have. In other words, a very great dose of spirituality, because they have lost the spirit, they have lost their connection with the divine, they have lost God's cosmic divinity. So if you think going to Area 51 and, force yourself into Area 51, what you're going to get is some machine gun, some bullets. You're not going to get any answers because they do not know. Believe me, they do not know. The government knows nothing, and they certainly do not work with extraterrestrials. But again, if you've been fed for years by so many talking heads that the government is working with ET to create technology, well, that's good for you. In fact, they are, but not the way you think. If you remember, you have only two forces. Remember, positive, negative, up and down, black and white, the front to back, God, devil, the yin and yang, male, female, 2 eyes, 2 arms, 2 legs, 2 feet. Remember that rule. There is only two forces, the good and the bad extraterrestrials, the positive and the negative. Now that you understand that, the good extraterrestrials are stimulating the mind. They are stimulating the creativity of artists, beautiful music, beautiful of anything, painting. They're creating, they're stimulating the mind of scientists to create the technology that can help us to beat death. Now you have the reptilians that are stimulating the mind of those scientists who weaponize the weather. We're talking about ARP. Okay, we're talking about those scientists who have during the 50s developed nukes, and those scientists that are working right now to make a weaponry that can kill more people than they could ever dream of. So understand that we are all connected by the reptilians, and unlike Mr. David Icke says, it is not the Queen of England, Obama, or whomever that will turn into a lizard. No one turn a lizard unless you have had too much pot, or you're insane, or you don't walk properly up here. Okay, but it is a psychical phenomenon. Every human being is affected by those entities for good or for worse, and no one is out of the game. Okay. Everybody is touched, every one of us from every walks of life. Every human being is not immune to this phenomenon. Again, when you have been fed all sorts of things, and then comes Dr. Cherry with something totally different for you to digest, I understand why you could be a little bit, skeptic or reluctant to accept the new information. But you know what? Draco don't lie. So now we know what's going on. The FBI told this guy, get your ass out of here. That's trouble. So be smart. Quit. And he did. All right. Now let's see what type of energy we have for the next news. Travel influencer couple defends death-defying photo. Oh, but we trust in one another. He's holding me, and then we playing with our pictures. Well, you can trust your partner, but I don't trust the reptilians. It's just a matter of time For those people who collect the likes, okay, of all those people who are doing stupid things, it's a matter of time for the reptilians who use technology for these people to be under one of their negative cosmic biorhythm. The next thing you know, the hand's gonna slip, that rock's gonna break. The reptilians are right there, and then they are. It's just a matter of time. It's not if, it's when those young, stupid, egocentric idiots are going, one of them or both of them are going to lose their life. It happens all the time. So, my warning to you, don't take chance with your life. Life is precious, okay? And if you want to travel and if you want to have a good time, you don't have to do this because now a bunch of morons are trying to do what you do. You know, when I was a kid and I saw Zorro, 1 hour later after the movie, I became Zorro. I was a kid. There's a lot of kids watching those two idiots. The next thing you know, those kids are going to lose their life. And that's bad karma for those travel influencers. Okay. All right. Let's see something else here. Newly identified electric eel is the most powerful ever found, say scientists. Well, I think the word electricity is mentioned. Okay, there are no accidents. Those news are already preset, and the reptilians who are all cosmic conscious use those cosmic winds and stimulate the scientists. It's all about electricity. It's all about Tesla. Remember what Tesla says, there is a core in the universe that has all the answers. You read it, okay? But I didn't find the core. That's what he said, but I know it exists. Dr. Turi did. And for that, a lot of you are going to think I'm an egocentric. Hey, good for you. I don't give a damn. You love me, you hate me. Hey, positive, negative. That's what it comes down to. But if you vibrate at my cosmic speed, you love me, you like me because I'm real. And if you're an idiot, well, go for you. Then go and watch those travel influences. All right, now, you're not ready for my work. Now, cops use taser to free moose tangled in hammock. Does a taser involve electricity? Now, do you think it's every day that you have cops that tase a moose to free that animal from the hammock? Do you get it that those cosmic winds are original electricity? Let's get more examples so maybe you get to understand what I'm trying to pass on to you for free. Okay, UK tourist dies in skydiving crash near Arizona Grand Canyon. The word aeronautics is very well mentioned. Sad enough, this UK tourist did not know that he was under a negative cosmic biorhythm, personal, and under one of my negative SOS to the world, deadly window. Result is not coming back home. You cannot do things when you feel like, my friends. You can't. See my hand? That's got two sides. Because no one told you that there is another side with very specific universal laws. That doesn't mean you are immune from paying the ultimate penalty. Don't check just your calendar if you're going to go someplace. Don't go on a cruise if it's your wedding anniversary or your birthday. Don't look only at the human calendar. Take time, invest in what I have to offer you so you're coming back home. All right, let's see what we have. Cargo plane crashes near Ohio airport, first responder battles significant fire. I think the world aeronautics is actually appropriate. It's not every day that you have a cargo plane that crashes, explode, or end up in fire, but during those windows. Again, I warn you a month ago. I gave you those dates, those windows, pay attention. Bride parents allegedly demand wedding guests to pay for son's meal choice. Talk about freaking tight. Greedy. Oh, well, it's not every day that you're going to go to a wedding and then the people are going to ask you to pay for the food or the drinks or whatever it is. I don't know. Yeah, this is definitely shocking. This is unusual. This is weird, man. It fits my quadrant and it fits my keywords. Oh my God. Back Shocking sex confession. The word shocking is used. Sometimes I use pieces of news that had the exact words that I proposed that give a color of the news. Driver killed and 7 children hurt in Mississippi school bus crash. Remember, there were children during those windows. A unique window will always involve children. Dramatic news and death from involving children. Again, you know, the reasons that any logical, rational human being will have in his mind: drugs, alcohol, speed, road bump, weather, God knows what. And the most obvious things, or the reptilians manipulating these energies to kill those children, is not there, because they do not know. And even if you present them with the fact, they still will be reluctant to accept it, because unlike me, they never seen a UFO, they never been inside of flying saucers, and they certainly do not talk to an extraterrestrial. So here we are. Let's see what we have here. Louis Tollin's son, 18-year-old sisters accidentally overdose on perfect storm of drugs. Remember my famous phrase, there are no accidents, only cosmic circumstances at work that humanity in science has not yet investigate, assimilate, understand, or accept. Here you go. So an 18-year-old, that to me is a kid, it's a child. And there is no accident. Those rich kids are so prone to end their lives so earlier. They live their life too fast. The parents are too rich and too busy partying, screwing each other, so traveling, wasting time, wasting money. They do not take care of their kids. And next thing you know, they seek refuge with drugs, alcohol, their friends or gang. Next thing you know, another wasted life. 18-year-old. Jesus have mercy. New iPhone, trypophobic design, disturb people with the fear of holes. Well, you know, the fears are coming from every sources, but this particular disease, this phobia, is called, well, again, trypophobic phobia. It has to do with holes. I mean, a hole of bumps, like an alligator. Alligator is full of bumps. You know, there is animals that have holes in them, and people see that and they freak out. They're going crazy. Now, do you know why? What would you associate? Why would you be afraid of a bump or an alligator? That's a reptile. Somewhere, somehow, in a dream state, those people have seen maybe the back of a reptilius, the side of a reptilius, the face of a reptilius, and they don't have, you know, skin. And me, if I'm not shaved, I don't look like a reptilius. I don't have bumps and I don't have holes in my face. So it's at the subconscious level, in a dream state, or through the subconscious, they were able to see the skin of a reptilius, which is full of bumps and holes. So that's where the phobia is more of a, you know, reaction, you know, protective reaction to those entities that can do some serious damage. So this is one way to explain to you trypophobics. All right, let's see what we have. New iPhone, a mega church pastor who was known for his work in mental health advocacy killed himself. How many times didn't I tell you? Those who are supposed to be the expert in specific matters are the least knowledgeable. You see, this poor guy, all he did all his life is to fight depression, is to talk about God's or Jesus or God knows what, helping him to beat depression. The next thing you know, he killed himself. So I don't think he knew that religion, the very religion that he was teaching and poisoning the world with, was created by the reptilians to create more chaos. Forget about Jesus' initial cosmic ministry. Okay, he did not know. To him, he was taught since being a child, oh, don't touch astrology, don't talk to Dr. Turi, you're going to go to hell. But he did not know that the 12th sign of the zodiac is the essence of the 12 apostles that represent the 12 hours of the day, the 12 months of the year, the 12 sins, the 12 jury, the 12 tribe of Israel. And it's easy for anyone to digest a 10 stupid commandment that was written for peasants 2,000 years ago, had no brain, than to teach you the complexity of the universal mind on how the God ministry and the cosmic codes operates. There you go. So I guess his faith, his religion didn't help him. He still succumbed to the reptilians. 6 people hospitalized after stabbing incident in Florida. That's definitely not something that happened every day. Well, we're so desensitized. You know, those windows are very different, bringing all sorts of different winds, different news. But at the end, you know, human dies. That's what it is. Parents press charge after their daughter is accused of trying to have them killed. Oh my God, talk about children, talk about unusual news. What it is that stimulates that kid to want to kill her parents? What type of abuse that child had to go through? What stimulated her to want to kill the very people who give her life? I don't know. I didn't read it. Did she use drugs? Was she depressive? Chances are the reptilians haunt her mind. For anybody to want to kill his parents, you gotta be infected. I mean, seriously infected. Okay, so there you go. If you think it's every day that a daughter wants to kill her parents, and you dream, it's pretty original. It's pretty shocking. It's real. Watch a tornado. Hey, there you go. I mentioned tornado earlier. I didn't know I had one. Watch a tornado destroy a house from a doorbell video. It's pretty shocking. And the word tornado is mentioned. I'm sure some of you are starting to get my work. Elephant in a religious parade stampede through a crowd, injuring 17. Remember again, you know, dogs, elephant, horses, bison. You see those on the news all the time. Oh, that's nothing new, Dr. Churi. No, it's nothing new, but it happened during those windows most of the time. So, you know, an elephant or a dog are no different than you as far as their mind connected with the universal mind, which is interacting with all those stars. This magnificent design make them very susceptible to behave eccentrically, erratically, or dangerously in that case. You know, remember the other day, this guy in Africa, his lion killed him. Okay, and before that, the little girl that was hurt by a bison, and before that, an old lady that got mauled to death by a bunch of wild dogs, and then that little girl that got killed by some pit bulls. It's all happening during those nasty windows. If this nasty window takes place during one of your SOS to the world, personal cosmic biorhythm, you're gone. I only know. Will you take a chance on that? Some people say, well, you're reading how much too expensive, Dr. Chu. Well, how much do you pay for your life? See, when you get to the hospital and you have to pay the bill after spending a week coming back from a cruise because you've been poisoned on that cruise. You're supposed to have a great time on that cruise. Next thing you know, everybody is poisoned. It doesn't happen in our cruise. My cruise, believe me, nobody's going to come back poisoned because I checked the stars. So if I go there, you're safe. If I go there, you can go there. All right, Fresh Prince actor John Wesley died a few days ago. Well, the word television is mentioned, and then you know I love to watch Fresh Prince, and I love John Wesley and all those guys making all these TV shows. Talking about television, this guy I knew this guy through television. Keywords shocking. Well, actually, he was like 72 or 76. So he had a long life. He had a beautiful life. It's not like that little 18-year girl who died of a dose. He could have stayed probably much longer alive if he did not ingest all these drugs to be able to work or to be able to sleep like Michael Jackson. Okay. several people killed in the Netherlands shooting. Again, this is pretty shocking over there because the Netherlands is supposed to, that's not America, it's supposed to be a nice, quite safe place. The next thing you know, hey, the reptilians are everywhere. And shooting means also explosion. Bullet is a small explosion that kills. NASA first woman on the moon. Again, we are talking about the word NASA. I put the word NASA, and during this window now, NASA is investing on the first woman to be on the moon. Well, what the hell is that going to do? I don't know. Knowing that Mother Earth is desperately trying to stay alive, now all these suckers are spending millions to send more people on the moon. Well, it's all about the defense. It's all about the excuse. It's a cover-up so they can use the moon as a strategic place to be able to fight other powers through technology. That's why they want to go on the moon or Mars. All right, let's see what we have. Washington State lightning strike, 1,250 recorded within 3 hours. Did I mention the word lightning? Do you think it's normal? 1,250 lightning in 3 hours? Do you think that happen every day? No. When I talk about this upsurge of energy, when I talk about this sudden release of energy during those windows, you have the proof. I'm trying all that I can to make you aware of things and understand how from the archetypal realm of supracosmic consciousness and things that are buried into the cosmic code. I'm trying to bring that awareness to you. Ain't going to be an easy game. But you know what? Some of you are getting it, I know. Because not all of you are stupid. That's the good news. China meteorite hunter who get rich from rocks. I mean, space, okay? Meteorite. How come those news comes now during this window? Well, Washington State lightning strike. Okay, I mentioned this one. Sorry, Japan typhoon leaves thousands stranded in the airport. Wow, did I mention the word Japan? Yes. Did I mention airport? Yes. Remember when I got married, I repeat myself for those who just jumped in. When I got married and I asked my family, I said, you cannot fly here when you feel like. Fly only on those days. I want your plane to arrive here. I don't want you to go through here. The day they arrived, the Icelandic volcano blew up. And the entire European community was stuck in airport. Thousands upon thousands of people, but not my family. That's what you get when you're cosmic conscious. They had a great time. Okay? Imagine that. If I did not know what I know, maybe they could have been caught in the cloud and die. A lot of people have spent thousands, wasted thousands, and the frustration to be stuck in an airport, not being able to do business, to see your family. They didn't do that because they had a smart brother. Okay? Think about it. What else do we have? Nearly all British Airways flight cancelled with a strike. Happen again, airport strike. Not every single day that you have British Airways that strikes, yeah? But during my windows, guys. Australia, severe fire and omen of blaze to come. Yeah, that's for sure. There's a lot of, I am writing the 2020 Nostradamus Dragon forecast. Put your hand on it because what's going on in UK right now, in England, with the Brexit, with all this mess, everything was fully predicted. Meantime, none of these educated politicians, okay, were curious enough to grab my prediction and read them to see what would happen to their country. Oh no, that's not real, that's bullshit, that's not right. It's pseudoscience. Everything that's going on, even in the US, shut down government and all those corporations going belly up. My gosh, you have no idea what's going on. And it was all given to you at the beginning of the year. Well, put your hand on the 2019 because the year is not over. And there is a lot of things involving the long-lasting planet and the dragon that you need to know. When is a new dragon going to hit? When is the change of God going to take place? And where that dragon is going to affect me personally or my family, my brother, my sister, my wife, my kid. Check it. It works. You know, astrology is no pseudoscience, regardless of what they want you to believe. Remember, go to drterry.com and you will see pictures of the popes being taught astrology by the Vatican Council. Remember, JP Morgan, millionaires don't use astrology, billionaires do. Be smart. That was taken away from you for a real good purpose, because those suckers who control the information want you to stay stupid and want you to die. I'm here trying to save your butt. Airfare from Japan to South Korea dropped to $10. That is shocking. Absolutely shocking. Airport, flying, Asia, and $10 airfare. Wow, it doesn't happen every day. During my windows. Okay, Little Mix Singer says she attempted suicide. Little Mix Singer, I don't know who Little Mix Singer is. Probably one of these very famous kids who have no idea of life, who takes drugs and party and have fun and live their life real fast. Probably set to live, to die before they reach half of my age. So to speak. That's what you get when you're into that element of fame and you don't have cosmic consciousness, you don't have a will to battle the reptilians who are trying to poison you every day with drugs. Drugs that you have to have because you got to party all night long and then you need to sleep after that. It's just ridiculous. Airline mechanic accused of trying to sabotage flight with 150 passengers on board. I mean, shit, excuse my French. This doesn't happen every day, guys. Terrorism, technology. The reptilians are so ready to take you or your kids away every second of your life. You need to be curious. You really need to be curious and start to expand. Because, as I said earlier, those reptilians do not only affect rich people, and not rich people turn into a lizard. Okay, it's up here. It's if you don't understand the celestial mechanics, the cosmic code, if you do not learn Jesus' cosmic ministry, initial cosmic ministry, which involve, of course, astrology, you are playing Russian roulette every single day of your life. Remember, God created the stars and the heavens for more than the sake of beauty. He gave them to us for interpretation so we may lead a safer, more productive life. That's what I do. All right, my friends. Okay. Again, September 25th, 2019, from 7 to 9, Unity Church, 637 South Victoria Boulevard in Burbank, California. I'm going to be doing my UFO slideshow. I'm going to show you that Draco is real. I'm going to do very specific forecast for all signs. And then I'm going to do an hypnotherapy session and do a lot of healing for those of you. So share it. Join me there. Let's have fun and see who Dr. Terry is, and most of all, what Draco can do for you, for your wishes, and for your future. All right, my good friend, we come at the end of this show today. So I'll take this opportunity one more time to thank you for your trust in my work. God bless you, and we'll see you again. Bye-bye.